My friend, this is the eve of Labor Day. Labor Day starts in 29 minutes, theoretically. It's the end of our month. It's the end of our August. It's the end of this particular time. And sometimes when I bring this up, some people say, do you have to bring this up now? Do you have to hit us with this now? Is it critical now? The answer is yes. It's yes. I want to see if maybe you can figure out a way for us to tell other people what we need to do, to make the world aware and to make our fellow countrymen aware of what's happening. Because what I'm seeing right now is something so frightening, so incredible, and nobody seems to know or to care. And my friend, Europe is on fire, and we're next. We have to stop dancing around it. Europe is on fire. And you can see it with your own eyes. You can see the riots and the chaos and the streets filled with anger. You can just, you have to see it. This isn't random. This isn't organic. This isn't some misunderstanding. This is the result of decades of betrayal, specific betrayal, of open borders, of cultural suicide, orchestrated, my friends, orchestrated by people and by folks who, for some reason, have absolutely no qualms in destroying their country, their continent, their people. And it's coming here. It is coming here right now. The people of Europe have been told for, 50 years to sit down and shut up and watch their culture evaporate in real time. And finally, they're refusing to stay silent. Do you understand what's happening? Is there anyone who, for whatever reason, thinks this is some kind of a joke? Do you think maybe this is not something to really be worried about? Are you thinking, well, that's Europe. That's what Europe does. Do you think that? Look at France. Riots in Paris, Marseille, Lyon, cars burned, churches vandalized, police overwhelmed. Look at Germany. Once the industrial heart of Europe, now the epicenter of the endless migrant inflows that politicians promised would enrich the culture. Instead, what do they have? Parallel societies, no-go zones, Sharia patrols, as they're called, women afraid to walk the streets at night in their own cities. Sweden, once the safest country in Europe, now plagued with gang warfare, bombings, shootings. And the elites keep telling us this is progress. This is tolerance. And the left, the people of the left are saying, stop bringing this up. Stop acting the racist. Stop acting as though you're some type of, you've heard it, the white nationalist. No, this is betrayal. This is cultural demolition. And people are waking up, and it's happening right here. You've heard of Tommy Robinson. Whatever you think of him, whatever you think of this guy, this fellow, he understood this before most. He saw that ordinary citizens, working class Brits, people in small towns, people in London boroughs were being treated like strangers in their own land. He spoke out. He screamed when others whispered. And for that, he was hunted, censored, imprisoned, dragged through the courts, branded as a racist, a bigot, a criminal. Why? Because he said what the establishment was desperate to suppress. That mass, unvetted immigration was ripping communities apart and erasing cultural identity. You think it's not going to happen here, don't you? I can see it. You think this is over there, right? It's happening now. And now here we are, Europe boiling, streets packed with angry citizens demanding to be heard, and the politicians, the EU technocrats in Brussels, the globalist machine, they're terrified. They call it far-right extremism. They call it hate. No, it's not. It's not hate. No. It's survival. It's the primal scream, my friend. The primal scream of nations. Nations who've been lied to for decades, told that borders don't matter, told that their history is shameful, told that their culture must be erased, must be expurgated in order to make way for the great global melting pot. Alex Jones has been talking about this forever. We've been talking about it. Do you think I'm kidding? Do you think I'm exaggerating? Tell me. Or do you say, not now, it's Labor Day? Look at the footage coming out of the Netherlands, out of Italy, out of Belgium. Look at the banners. Look at the rage. People aren't rioting because they want chaos. They're rioting because their so-called leaders refuse to listen. They vote, they protest, they speak, and still the machine churns forward, importing millions more, eroding national sovereignty right there in a country that is thousands of years old compared to us. You don't think you think a little old place like us, I mean, we might be big in size, but we're not even 250 years. We're on the brink. We're laughingly celebrating 250 years. National sovereignty, crushing dissent with censorship and arrest. And what happens when people are ignored long enough? The powder keg explodes. That's what's happening right now. The European riots are not just about immigration. They're about betrayal. They're about governments that sided with NGOs, with the UN, with unelected bureaucrats against their own people. They're about communities that see their schools overcrowded, their hospitals collapsing under the strain, their houses swallowing up, their wages undercut, their safety gone. They're about mothers who can't let their children play outside, and fathers who see their jobs vanish while being told to check their privilege. This is happening there. Do you think it's not going to happen here? Do you think so? But what we do is we just talk about it. We get upset because of the threat of a Mamdani. This is Mamdani times a million. This is why Europeans are furious, because they know the truth and they know what's happening next. And what's happening now is not compassion. It's not humanitarianism. It's a weapon. Immigration on this scale is a tool, my friends, to dilute, destabilize, and destroy nations. Are you with me? Are you reading me? Oh, AI. AI is part of it. Alex Jones did a great piece on the amount of power they say that is going to be necessary to run AI. Not power for you and for your electric cars, everything, but power for them. We're talking about nations destroyed so they can be replaced by managed populations under a globalist control. Remember, World Economic Forum, they tell us what they're going to do. They don't kid around about this. Do you understand this? This is the part. Now, as far as I'm concerned, it's Curtis Lewa. Curtis Lewa for New York City is he's the only chance. Curtis Lewa is Trump. Curtis Lewa is Trump. He's the only one. There's nobody else. So, my friends, what I'm talking about now is the way it is. This is demographic warfare. This is cultural euthanasia. And finally, people are saying enough. Are you with me? Are you with me on this? You don't think I'm kidding, do you? You don't think I'm getting up here before I go out and almost midnight I do this for kicks. Speaking of kicks, here's the kicker. The media, the same media that worships celebrity trash and tell you what pronouns to use, are calling these riots shocking, unexpected, spontaneous. Spontaneous? Are you kidding me? This has been building for decades. They censored every warning. They silenced every whistleblower. They demonized every patriot who spoke the truth. And now they're surprised. No, they're not surprised. They're terrified because they know the people are on the verge of breaking free from the narrative. And when that happens, it's over. It is over. You want to know why the name Tommy Robinson makes the establishment shake? Because he embodies what they fear most. The ordinary man who refuses to shut up. He is not a polished politician. He's not a PR creation. He's rough. He's raw. Profane, perhaps. He's flawed. Join the club. But he speaks the language of the street. And the people resonate with that. And what's dangerous for these people and what's dangerous for the elites is because once people realize they don't need permission to speak the truth, the entire house of cards collapses. This is a cultural war, my friend. This is the cultural war of our time. This is not about left versus right. This is not about liberal versus conservative. This is about survival versus annihilation. The riots in Europe are the scream of nations refusing to be erased. The anger isn't manufactured. It isn't staged. It's real. It's raw. It's righteous. And the longer the elites ignore it, the louder it will get. And the louder we'll get. Do you think I'm kidding? Do you think I'm exaggerating? Do you think so? But make no mistake, my friends, they're going to fight back. The media will smear. The courts will prosecute. The police will crack down harder on the patriots than on the rioters. The governments will double down on censorship, on speech codes, on banning dissent under the label of hate speech. You know it. We've been through this. COVID. It was a dress rehearsal. Why? Because they fear the truth. They fear the ordinary European waking up to the fact that the emperor has no clothes, that the EU experiment is a scam, that open borders are suicide. Europeans are angry. They are furious because their culture, their beautiful culture, their culture that we like to consider we inherited in some respects, the culture that built cathedrals and symphonies and inventions and literature and freedom is being dismantled in the name of globalist utopia. And when they riot, when they march, when they resist, it's not because they hate, it's because they refuse to die quietly. And what happens when you have entire cities who don't speak English anymore? Think I'm kidding? Think that can't happen here? But hear me now, my friend. Hear me now, good patriot. This isn't just about Europe. Don't sit back in America and think, oh, this is some foreign drama. It's here. It's happening right now. The same open border insanity, the same cartel-driven chaos, the same crime spikes, housing strain, and cultural fractures. Europe isn't the exception. It's the preview. It's the coming attractions. And we're the next chapter. You know, Tommy Robinson is a symbol, and the riots are a symptom, and the disease is globalism. Make no mistake about it. And unless leaders on both sides of the Atlantic, both sides, wake up, unless America slams the brakes on this insanity here, the streets here will mirror the streets of Paris and Berlin and Stockholm, because you cannot suppress truth forever. You cannot erase identity forever. And you cannot tell millions of people that they don't matter without consequences. Listen to what I'm saying. Europe is at the breaking point. America is too. And what we're watching is not about the death of nationalism. It's the rebirth. It's the sound of people remembering who they are, and they're refusing to be erased. Listen to what I'm saying. Now, if you think I'm exaggerating, I can't blame you. I can't blame you. I understand. It's our nature. Nobody wants to hear what I have to say. Nobody. I understand this. I understand it. I understand how it works. And I don't blame you. I really, honestly, God, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. It hurts to think this. Every time I talk to you, every time a lot of us talk to you, it's always something that we're warning you about. Something new, something frightening, something scary. It's always something new. And it's not beyond the realm of reason for you to say, I've had enough of this. I just want to have fun. I'm tired. I get done with one problem and you give me another, and I've just had it. And I don't blame you. And I'm sorry for that. I am sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that's the way it is. I'm sorry the way you think like that. But I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you or how to say it anymore. So what I am telling you is this. And this is important. This is critical. Please understand that this is not some attempt on my part to be dramatic or to make people, another thing to worry about. But that's all I talk about. Because you know what? That's all there is. There's not a lot of fun stuff to talk about. I'm sorry to tell you that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you that things are lousy. I'm sorry to tell you that. I'm so sorry. I wish to God I could say everything's great. Things are terrific. Things are great with Trump and MAGA and this. No. I don't even want to give you, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to kind of just leave it at that. I'm just, because I'm worried when he leaves. You trust these people? You trust JD Vance? Do you? Why? Peter Thiel owns him. We don't have to just worry about now. We have to worry about the future, the next 25, 50 years, to lay the groundwork, the lattice work. So, my friends, think about what I'm saying. Think very, very carefully. Let me thank you for allowing me into your hearts. I'm not gonna belabor the point much more. I just want to tell you this before. This is my last show of August. This is the end of the month. This is when we all start all over again. You have a beautiful Labor Day today. I hope everybody has a great and a wonderful time with you and your family, and you enjoy today. You enjoy today's vacation from work, well deserved. Barbecue and do whatever you want to do. That's great. But understand something. I'm not going to be enjoying myself. I mean, I will, but I never sleep. I never figure things are better, because they're not. Things are quieter. Things are less obvious. The rash, the fever lowered. The patient is improving a little bit, but it's not over. Not by any stretch of the imagination. So, my friends, I thank you. Please, I ask you so much. I ask you to follow Lynn's Warriors, to go to Lynn's Warriors. I got to tell you this much. I don't know what they are doing or what they are planning. I swear to God, I don't understand it. I really don't. I don't get it. I don't know what she possibly could be saying. I don't know what she possibly could be saying that would make these folks. But she puts up a video, and they immediately they don't monetize it, and she said nothing. So this is her link. Do me a favor. I'm asking you for her, because I love her to death and she works so hard to get the word out. Please go to Lynn's Warriors right there. I put the link up there, and please follow her, subscribe, get those numbers up, watch her videos. She did 3 last night that are superb. Okay, my friends, and you have a wonderful day with your family, and you enjoy today, and you enjoy a day off, and you enjoy time away from this. I don't mean to interrupt or to interrupt your peace and quiet. I just had to tell you. All right, my friends, have a great and a glorious day. Thank you so much for watching. And until we see each other later on, but before that, 1 a.m. Eastern, I'm doing my show on WABC. 1 a.m. Eastern time, 770 WABC. If you go to my X page, or the front page, it has a link. It's WABCradio.com. There's an app. You can get it on a bunch of different formats. Listen to WABC, 770 WABC. Overnights, 1 to 5. It's the best show, because they don't know what I'm saying. They don't know what I'm saying, but you do. Okay? All right, my friends. Monkey's dead. Show's over. Sue you. Dead.